Good morning guys, and welcome back. I'm out here today, but I'm not doing a photo shoot. I'm only meeting a friend who is a Kickstarter campaigner. He's done about 2 bag launches already, which was successfully funded, of course, and that's why he's doing a 3rd one. He's going to show me his bag, and I may give you a quick preview of what it looks like. If this is something that you want or something that you prefer, his campaign is actually live in Kickstarter now, and I'll put the link in the description so you can see it yourself. But I may do a review on it, so let's see what it looks like first. Because I have absolutely no idea. He just literally called me a couple of days ago and said that, you know, I got a new bag and it's live in Kickstarter. Would you like to have a look at it? So I said yes. But anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about black and white photography. And I want to just basically give you a quick, I would say, quick tutorial maybe, or quick point to show you how you can be better in black and white photography. It is pretty surprising that it's already like 10 o'clock, 20 past 10, and it's pretty empty near Tower Bridge. Ah, look. One thing I just noticed that is they have laid new turf. Yes, they have laid new turf. Wow. It's weird that because they only just reseeded the ground, I think last year during lockdown, and I remember I came out once and they put a lot of new seeds on, and but apparently it's not enough, so they're actually putting new grass on. Wow. But it looks nice though. Anything new is always nice. Black and white photography is very, very different between the analog days and the digital era that we are having right now. Simply because back in the old days, things were fixed by the... This is London for you. Right, it's really funny because I just received a text message asking me, Mr. Cheng, are you still in Mexico? No, I'm not in Mexico. Anyway, and today's video is really all aiming for digital photographers who had no knowledge about black and white photography, and also just trying to share my experience and how you can utilize what you have in digital cameras and better yourself in black and white digital photography, because I shoot black and white a lot, both in film days and also digital days. I've done a lot of street photography and documentary in black and white, and I love this particular genre because it really gives me the focus on the subjects. You know, as you know, most color photography have a lot of distractions, so you have to consider a lot of different things to make it work. Black and white, on the other hand, I would say is easier in terms of how you can focus your viewer to a certain subject that you want to focus them on. But at the same time, if you want to make black and white photography good, there are some tricks. Just finished meeting Chris, and he showed me 2 of his new bags, and I'm actually quite excited about it because they are quite different. They're not technically photography bags, there's no paddings to protect your gears, but they're very useful in the field if you want to put accessories like batteries, memory cards and other things that you don't worry about knocking them about. But they are quick access because they're quite small and quite light, and you can just, you know, put across your chest and access them anytime if you wish. So it's very, very cool. I do like them, especially the small one, because it's only 50 grams. Yeah, that bag is so light that I can't even feel it. It's even lighter than my Sainsbury's shopping bag. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Another thing that I really enjoy is the new magnetic adjustable strap that he has included in the bag itself. It's super awesome, that thing. I mean, I haven't seen that before, because even my Wonder pouch that I use have a magnetic strap, but it's nothing like that. So it's pretty innovative, I think, and it's certainly something I haven't used before. I'm going to get a sample from him and just to try it out myself, because he only showed it to me how quickly it can adjust, how quickly you can take it off and on, and it's just awesome. And I like that sort of ideas. So it's brand new, it's in Kickstarter. I have the link in the description. If you want to check it out and support Chris, you're very welcome to do so. He also has some older bags that I reviewed before, so you can click the link up here somewhere to check that as well. I'm right by the city airport. Right, first thing is to train your brain to think, or not to think, but to see everything in black and white. It's actually very easy these days, especially in digital photography, or more specifically with mirrorless cameras, simply because you now have EVF, not OVF. For those who don't know what they are, OVF stands for optical viewfinder. Basically, it's mirrors that reflecting images through the lens to the prism and to your eyes. But EVF is basically a tiny little television that you see through the camera viewfinder, if that makes sense. So the difference is you can now make the viewfinder in black and white. If you select black and white in JPEG output, and that automatically changes the viewfinder's display into a mono mode. And that's really cool because you can now see everything in black and white. And that will make the whole training process a lot simpler, a lot easier. I remember in the old days, when I first started photography, trying to think black and white is quite hard, quite difficult, because I see everything in colors. There's no way I could determine the gray, the tones of grays, the contrast, or anything like that, unless I'm standing in bright sunny day, because obviously there's a lot of harsh shadows and you can kind of see the lines and everything. But if you had to think black and white like today, in a very overcast day, everything can look very neutral, very balanced, like there's no hard contrast anywhere, and it's quite difficult to really see it. So having to change the EVF into black and white mode will dramatically ease that learning process. Second is to try to determine what type of black and white photography you want to achieve based on the lighting situation, because not everything is equal. You can't compare a sunny day and a cloudy day like today by shooting the same thing, because they will look completely different simply because of the contrast level is very different. Just to give you a quick example, if you're shooting the trees in front of me here, and on the bright sunny day, you will see it very, very prominent, because there is hard lines, the hard shadows that's cast on onto the ground, and you can see things a lot better. But on a cloudy day like this, it just doesn't stand out. So you can't really achieve the same shots. So you really have to think hard about what type of lighting you have at that moment in time, and determine what sort of thing you want to achieve. Because something in your mind, let's say if you're doing street photography, you're going out and you wanted to achieve something, but don't force yourself, because your photograph would never look great if you think like that. You just have to adapt to the environment, to the lighting, because photography at the end of the day is all about lights. Right, third and final thing is about processing. Okay, digital black and white photography isn't just about desaturating your photographs. Now that will be downright boring. Don't do that. Don't just put the slider up and down. You need to spend some time in developing your photographs. Just like the good old days when I used to spend hours in the darkroom. Same thing. In digital, you now spend hours in front of the screen. I used to spend long time in Photoshop on each photograph, doing different layers, different dodge and burns, different masks to make my subject stand out in the frame. These days I tend to use Nik software, if you haven't heard of it. For those who follow this channel knows that I'm a big Nik guy. Big Nik guy, sounds wrong. But anyway, big Nik guy. I've been using Nik software for the past 9, maybe even 10 years. When Nik software was owned and developed by Google, nowadays it's DxO, and I'm paying for it, but it's worth every single penny if you're a big black and white photography guy. And the software itself is really cool because it has different presets, film presets. So if you are familiar with certain look, like the Kodak Triaxis, like the Alpha APX, the Ilford 400 HP, XP, and any type of film stocks, they have it all there, which is phenomenal. Well, what I'm trying to say is that the film preset is always good. It doesn't get you 100% because you can never compare any film presets to proper analog stuff. No, you can't get that sort of look, but it gets close. But you know, if you're into black and white photography, it's just really kind of fancy the old vintage look. You know, this is the route you should take. But not just about film stocks. All the adjustments too that they included in the software makes whole black and white conversion so much easier, effective, and really does look authentic. So that's really cool. If you want to check that out for free, I have some link in the description. But you know, all I'm trying to say is that you do need to spend some time in massaging the file for your desired output. Don't be lazy. You know, you have to just look at the frame again on the screen. Spend a little bit of time determining what sort of thing you want to highlight, and then you spend some time on making sure that that particular subject pops in the frame. So this is what I want to say in today's video, and if you like it, remember to give it a thumb and sub if you want to stay in touch with all things photography, filmmaking, and of course OM system. Yeah, right. Okay, what's the time? It's 1:22. I have 15 minutes to eat. What should I eat? I'm hungry now. I fancy wings. I'm gonna get some wings. Oh, better be good. Better be good. I love wings. Woo-hoo. I steady V2. I like you. And if you have any other questions that you want to ask me about black and white photography, both developing or taking, leave some comments below. I'll try to answer them. If you have any subjects that you want to learn or ask me about, also write something underneath, and I'll try to make some episodes just to talk about them. Okay? Sounds good? All free of charge, as always. Anyway, I'll see you all later, and enjoy your day. Be good and happy shooting. Bye for now. Whee!